Good day, McVeigh, and happy Tuesday. Good morning, boys and girls. Let's please stand to honor our flag. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, my friends, you may be seated. And now we're going to get to our birthdays for today. Let's see. Go to my birthday book. Whoop, look at this. Happy birthday today to Layla Aravallo in our second grade, Christian A. Smith in our third grade, Mrs. Francis, and Mr. Minerva. All right, boys and girls. So last week, I started talking about the rules of McVeigh. And we went through the first rule. Does anybody remember what it is? If you said body control, you're right. Good job. Well, today's rule also starts with a B and has two words. Bucket filling. That's our rule. Be a bucket filler. And we talk about bucket filling by reading this book. So boys and girls, we imagine that we are traveling around with an imaginary bucket, like I'm holding one right now. And how I feel about myself can be seen in my bucket, whether or not it's full of wonderful things or if it's empty. If it's full of wonderful things, I feel great. If it's empty, I'm not feeling so good. And so in the book, you can see right here, this person is feeling wonderful. And look at that bucket. It's nice and full. This person's not feeling so good. The bucket's empty. These two people feel great. But, for example, and so do these two, even though it's raining, they feel great. We can tell because their buckets are full. We can see the expressions on their face. But now here, you're going to see that there are some people in the picture that they don't feel so good, and you can see that their buckets are empty. So when we don't feel so good, that bucket is empty. So what does that mean to us? It means that at McVeigh, we try to be bucket fillers. Do things that make others feel good by being kind, by helping, by doing things that we should be doing, asking somebody to be a friend, playing with others. And you can be a bucket filler at home too. Help out mom or dad. Clean your room. Get your homework done. All those things are bucket filling for somebody else. And we try never to be a bucket dipper. A bucket dipper is somebody who doesn't make us feel so good, who maybe isn't very kind or doesn't let you play. And so at McVeigh, our rule is always be a bucket filler. And if you make a mistake and be a bucket dipper, to fix it. To go back to whoever that person is and say, I'm sorry, and I'm going to do better next time. And that's what we do. Now, boys and girls, the other thing that we learn at McVeigh is that when you say I'm sorry, it really means it was a mistake and I'm not going to do that again. If I keep doing something to you, though, and then saying sorry, I'm not really sorry. If I say I'm sorry, it means I'm not going to do that again. It was really a mistake. But, for example, when I go to see my father every day, if every day I knock his coffee over and then say I'm sorry, eventually he's going to say, listen, I don't think you're sorry. You do that to me every day. But if I do it once by accident and say I'm sorry, then it was an accident. So at McVeigh, we learn about being a bucket filler, being a bucket dipper, and how to always fix so that we can be bucket fillers forever. So we're going to be talking a lot about that. And the cool thing about the rules at McVeigh is that they connect. If you have good body control, you'll be good at bucket filling. Because you will think before you speak or do something and make sure that it's bucket filling. That's why body control comes first. Because that helps everything else. Good body control helps you be a bucket filler. Okay, now the other thing that's super cool that's going on right now is our McVeigh merch sale. So every year we sell things, the PTA sells things that have our McVeigh Mighty Minds on them. And this year we have some really cool new things, like for example, McVeigh masks. Now it doesn't look like this one. So this one has different bands. The one that we're selling now has a different M and different bands around the side, and they come in sizes for kids and sizes for adults. There's some cool McVeigh sanitizer, plus a headband, cool new shirts with glitter and sweatshirts, sweatpants. So make sure you check it out because the sale is over next Friday. Now, last week I said, hey, we're going to get the Get Smart show started. And wouldn't you know, Sophia and Michael submitted a project. I love this project. It's about sloths. Now, if you don't know anything about sloths, that's okay. You're going to learn. Sloths are creatures that live in trees, generally not around here. So I knew something about sloths, but I learned more from Sophia and Michael. So listen to this. Sloths live in trees in Central and South America. So that is south, meaning we are living further north. So our climate is colder, theirs is warmer. And those boys and girls in kindergarten, first and second grade, you'll be learning about all that good stuff. But here's something I didn't know. So sloths move very slowly, super slow. The question is, why are they so slow? Why can't they go faster? Well, listen to this. Sloths move so slowly because they eat mostly leaves. And leaves don't have a lot of energy in them. Plus, they take a long time to digest. So they digest very slowly. So boys and girls, when we eat something, it goes into our bellies and digestion takes place. When digestion takes place, we get energy to keep moving and do the things that we do. Well, when a sloth eats something, it digests very slowly, super slow. And so the energy that a sloth gets comes to them super slow. And so that's why they move so slowly, because that's how their energy is coming to them. That makes total sense to me now. Here's the other thing I didn't know. So our necks move side to side and they move up and down. But a sloth can move their neck in another way. Do you know why? Well, Sophia and Michael told us because they have different bones in their neck than us. And it helps them to be able to keep away from a predator. It helps them to be more aware. And they need that. Why? Because they move so slow. See, their bodies are adapted. Some of you know what that word means, are adapted to the way they need their bodies to be. So if their heads only move like ours and they move so slowly, they wouldn't last very long. So having a neck that moves in many different directions helps them to stay away from a predator. All right, so that's really good stuff, and that's some super vocabulary that we were working on today. Predator, adaptation, and here's another thing. If the sloth is eating leaves, what would we call them? Carnivore? Herbivore, omnivore, another great word. And we're going to be working on words throughout the entire year. Okay, so speaking of eating, today's lunch is boar's head ham and cheese, or our cheese sandwich, or the bagel with 3 cheese sticks. And a reminder, boys and girls, each day you'll be getting breakfast If you don't want to eat the breakfast at school, we're going to start asking you, do you want breakfast at school? You need to let us know because we don't want to waste any food. All right. And finally, we're coming to our mighty kind moment of the day. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So I'm going to pull from this list, and this is going to come from, Miss Kayla. So Miss Kayla, some of you have met her, new to the McVeigh family. Oh, this one is super cool. Listen to this. She said, I played a spike ball with Valentina, Chase, and Ryan. We didn't keep score because we all agreed it's not about winning. It's about having fun. And how kind is that? So we're all new to spike ball. And if we get all caught up in the score, it could make us feel badly if we're not that good at it. So they said, forget about the score. Who cares? It's not about winning. We just want to have fun. What a kind way to play spike ball. I love that story. That is definitely a mighty kind moment. I appreciate Miss Kayla sharing that. So when you're learning these new ways to play together, boys and girls, guess what? There are ways to make those games more bucket filling. Like not keeping score. Who cares? That was a lot for today. But, boys and girls, like every day, just a reminder, every day is a great day to get smart and be kind to both each other and the earth. Let's have a wonderful day.